Watch Tranzeet TV right now.
Mi hormonal ultimate comentario 1. Keep watching Tranzeet TV and stay more for premium content. Otra vez, adios.
Rivers United unbeaten, El Canemia Warriors unbeaten. I felt that maybe Rivers United would have won that game, but many people said, oh, it's due to the rain. But it's not due to the rain. I watched that game and both teams have quality. I think many people underrate the fact that El Canemia are unbeaten. El Canemia are unbeaten for a reason. They play really, really good football. And you know what?
Tranzeet TV, welcome back again to our NPFL studios. Match day 9 is going in Nigeria. Of course, you know, we always come on this show to give you updates on what is going on, the games that are played, the results, and the table as well. I'm here with my NPFL guru, Victor, back again to the studio. Victor, good to see you, bro. How have you been?
Yeah, good to see you. And I'm trying to see if I can put on my Tranzeet.
Yeah, that's it.
Trying to show the people my Tranzeet TV t-shirt, and it's great to be back here. We do this every Monday, and it's good. A lot has been happening in the NPFL, and I'm sure the fans are eager to.
Okay, yeah, in match day 9, viewers, let's have a rundown of the results for this week. Match day 9, we have Katsina United at home, 1-1 draw to Tornadoes. Bendel Insurance lost at home to Abia Warriors. That's a surprise result right there. That's how United beat Kano Pillars. Ahmed Musa, you remember the incident in that match. We'll talk about it. 1-0. Plateau United beat Sunshine Stars 3-0 at home. Heartland again win another game at home to Remo Stars. And Eyimba beating Ikorodu City 2-1. Ikorodu City, you know, won their first game last week. Rivers United still unbeaten in the league with economic, or the two teams unbeaten in the league. Rivers United won at home and won to Economic Warriors. Shooting Stars 2-1 win over Akwa United. And on Monday, we had Akwa United 1-1 at home to Rangers and Lobby Stars winning 2-1 to Bayelsa United. Let's start with Kano Pillars away to Nasarawa United. I know there was an incident in that game, and NPFL find Kano Pillars today. Can you talk our fans through how that game went?
Yeah, it was Nasarawa United against Kano Pillars, and you know the game. We couldn't get visuals of the game, but you know from the report we gathered is that Kano Pillars were not, you know, satisfied with some of the refereeing, you know, decisions in the match, and then you know Ahmed Musa also made, the referee cost them the game and all that. So, and it's against the rules for you to, you know, make comments about the officiating and all that in the league until they were fined. So, you know, Kano Pillars coming from an away victory against Enugu Rangers, you know, beating them 4 goals to 3. You know, a lot of persons thought that maybe they will build on that result. They went on to their next game. They played a 1-1 draw, and now away they lost to Nasarawa United, where I go to nothing. But Nasarawa United, they've been impressive this season. And one man who stood out is Anas Yusuf. He scored a lot of goals, and I think he has 2 hat-tricks already this season for Nasarawa United. Yeah. So
has he been invited to the Super Eagles yet?
Well, they did not invite him to the Super Eagles Jam B. I don't know why, but I would have loved to have seen him. But yeah, Nasarawa United, a team coming from the relegation, have not done bad. They've been impressive, just like El Canemi Warriors themselves. So for me, Kano Pillars need to go back, you know, and look inwards, look at the drawing board, and see what they can, you know, do to improve themselves. They really have good talents. I was at Uyo when I watched them against Akwa United, and for me, they really have good players that can actually take them to the top this season. They have good players that, you know, if they take their chances, if they are able to continue to be consistent, then I think they can finish at least top four, top five in the league this season.
Yeah, another surprising result right there is Abia Warriors going away to Bendel Insurance and beating them 1-0 away from home. I don't know. Bendel Insurance have not really, they've not been bad this season anyways. Not one of the best teams, but they've really been there. I've gotten some good results as well. I don't know. Did you see that one coming?
Well, to be honest, I didn't see that one coming because from what we gathered, the game against Remo Stars where Bender Insurance played last time, and, from what Isemoa told us, and of course we trust our judgment, Bender Insurance played really well against Remo Stars. Yeah. And, Remo Stars had to struggle in that game to even find a goal to win that particular one. So I was hoping maybe they will go in their next game and build on that. With the crop of players they have, although, they lost a lot of players last season, but, the crop of players they have started improving, the defenders are scoring, the attackers are scoring. So I thought maybe, it would be an easy one for them, again, especially, the opponents they are playing, Abia Warriors. But Abia Warriors themselves, they've not been bad this season. They have almost the same results as Plateau United this season. They have 4 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses, and they are number 5 on the league table. So maybe you could consider them as not being pushovers. But for me, it was an interesting result, very surprising result, and a away victory in the NPFL from a team that we never expected that kind of turnout. Your mic is mute.
That's what we tell our viewers. A lot of people still think that the NPFL is still what it used to be before. We must win at home. Things have changed in NPFL. This is a very surprising result, like I said right there. Abia Warriors going all the way to Edo and winning Bender Insurance at home. That tells you the way the league is really shaping up. Officiating has really gone up. We're supposed to have K on this show, but he's very busy today. He has told us how the NPFL has improved the conditions for the referees, especially in terms of security and elimination. So this is a testimony to that. And for those who don't still believe it, things are really looking up. Another interesting result out there is Heartland winning at home to Remo Stars. Remo Stars, we know, is second on the table, one of the best teams in the league, very consistent the last 3 seasons. And Heartland barely, I think they have won just 1 game this season, drawn 1 and lost a lot of games. For them to, win against Remo, I don't know, Victor. That's my team. That's my team. I told someone that he should leave Amuneke alone. Maybe Amuneke eventually. And you remember, Ugum on this show told us that Amuneke is a solid coach, that he was going to do well for Heartland. Maybe that prediction is coming to fruition. What do you think?
Well, another surprising result for me, despite Heartland playing at home. I thought maybe Remo Stars would get one over Heartland, at least a draw. But unfortunately, they couldn't get that one. And Heartland, it looks like they are beginning to, pick the points now, especially at home. At least they've gotten at least 3 or 2 wins so far. So for me, Amuneke is beginning to, try as much as possible to, harness a lot of points so that, Heartland can escape relegation.
And then build from there.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a long one. And even Heartland fans don't even have what to expect from Heartland this season.
Yeah.
We just keep watching to see how far Emmanuel can go with this, crop of players who are, mostly young talent in the squad. For me, Remo Stars title contenders, according to a lot of persons at the start of the season, a lot of persons felt that this is their year, this is their season. It's not yet over. They're still about 2 points shy or 3 points shy of Rivers United.
Yeah.
But, so for me, it's not over, but you have to tell yourselves the truth. The other time we had Evra, speaking to ESPN, and he was saying, Arsenal are like a Netflix team or Netflix movie. You have to wait for the next season. Remo Stars should not be like that team that we have to wait for the next season before they finally win the league. They've invested so much. They're one of the best run sides in the league. They play fantastic football, have one of the best managers, have one of the best crop of players who are really talented. But I know, they could have excuses here and there, but at least try and get a result against teams like Heartland who are struggling if you really want to win the title. The last time they dropped points against Plateau United, and we're like, okay, Plateau United, they're not pushovers like one may look at it. They are currently fourth on the league table. If not, I think they are fourth on the league table at Plateau United. So maybe you could cut them some slacks, for losing that particular one. But this is Heartland. Heartland are struggling
all season.
You have to be praised. Heartland has to be like a pre. When you're playing against them, because you have to, by all means.
Yeah, go there, stamp the authority, get the result, and get out. Go play like a title contender. Yeah, well, sometimes too, it's also good to get these negative results early in the season so that you know that you have work to do. Because sometimes when you start flying the beginning of the season, you think sometimes it gets into your head, you think you're going to go anywhere. Because, like you said, there's still so many games to be played. And maybe it might be a wake-up call for them to go at least, as you should say, a target like you said, in the next 5 games, don't lose any game anymore and build on that. Rivers United under Finidi George's tutelage have refused to lose games. Like you said, worst comes to worst, they get a draw, they move to the next one. It's going to be, from what I've seen so far, it looks like it's going to be a very, very fierce battle between Remo Stars and Rivers United this season. It looks like Finidi is a man on a mission, and he really wants to stamp his authority in this in NPFL. And we'll see how that fight is going to pan out. Another team that has been strange this season is the Rangers. Again this week, they played out a 1-1 draw against who did they play? Rangers against Kwara United. Though away from home, just like you mentioned right there, Rangers have really been a shadow of themselves this season. I don't know, what do you think is the reason why they're not doing as well as they did last season?
Well, it has not really clicked for Rangers this season. Despite them having, good crop of players that I have watched, and I feel that, these players are actually really exceptional. One of the challenges Rangers has faced this season is scoring goals. But, they proved us wrong when they, put 3 past Canopy the other time. For me, I don't want to say it's because of the inclusion of Fidelis Elechukwu in the national team. Maybe that's why, they are struggling. But we've seen teams like El Kanemi Warriors, their manager Zabiru, who is in charge of the Nigerian under-20 national team. He's been there with them, and El Kanemi Warriors are still unbeaten in the league. We've seen Remo Stars coach Daniel Gumodede, with the national team as well. And he's been there, and Remo Stars still find a way to get a result, even in his absence. So I don't know why Enugu Rangers are not, getting the desired result that we expect. I mean, they are defending champions, and they are struggling not quite where they are. But exactly this is how they started the last season. They weren't up there, but they found a way to be consistent and get good results. Playing against Kwara United, it was really fantastic to have gotten a point. I think they came from a goal down to to get a point in that particular game. So it was a good one, and a way point. And their next game, they should try as much as they can to see how they can get the victory. And then from there, we move. It's just 9 matches played so far in the NPFL. By this weekend, it will be 10 matches. And we all, if you've been following the Nigerian league, we all know that the league has not yet found its balance at match day 10. You have to wait till at least match day 15 before you start, seeing those who are serious contenders and those who are pretenders. So we keep looking at what they do, and we keep giving the updates as it comes.
Yeah, another result I want us to talk about before we go to the standings on the table would be Unbeaten beating Ikorodu City 2-1. Eimba, at the beginning of the season, look like they are not they're not serious. I remember one of their fans coming up here and saying that they don't know what, they don't expect anything from Eimba. But the last 3 weeks, we've been talking about them. It looks like they are not pretending that they are serious. And looking at the table, they are third. And they won again last weekend. I don't know. Do you think, from what you have seen, you think Eimba is looking like they're going to be up there this season?
I wouldn't say Aimba are looking serious for the league title. I would say Aimba are trying to, gather themselves together and try to play better and improve. Over the last, 3 weeks, Aimba have actually had some setbacks, especially, losing, I think, just one of their players who is an integral part of the team to the under-20 national team. And they've had series of injury, players out. So it's been really difficult for the coach Yemi, to actually, gather results for the Aimba side. And, their last 2 home games, the last game they played against Ikorodu City. Before that, they played against, Niger Tornadoes? Yeah, they played a game against Niger Tornadoes. And, they struggled to win that particular one. They had to come from behind. So, not to win, they had to even drop points at home. Played a 1-1 draw. And then you look at the game over the weekend against Ikorodu City, where they won 2-1. At the 90th minute or at the 89th minute, Ikorodu City found a way to come back, and it was 1-1. I was at the stadium, and I was like, wow, what's going on there? But just immediately, Aimba found a way back in front, and they won that one by 2-1. So Aimba are having series of injuries. The team is struggling to get results, and they're just trying to gather themselves. At the beginning of the season, they struggled to score goals. They couldn't play like a team, as we expect from Aimba. But slowly, they're beginning to beat the Aimba that. And I don't think they're focusing on the league for now. I think the focus of Aimba has to be, getting good results.
Yeah.
When you get good results, you remain up there. And then the CAF Confederations Cup is coming up shortly, later this month. And they are in one of the toughest groups. I think we should have an episode with some Aimba fans where we'll discuss.
Yeah, definitely. We need to get them on the show like the other guy we had. Maybe after that Continental or before the Continental.
Yeah, before the Continental.
Yeah, let's put one together.
Discussion of the Aimba group, because it's a really, really tough group that has really tough opponents. And a lot of persons are already ruling Aimba out not to qualify. And if Aimba doesn't qualify, it's going to be a big blow on the Nigerian
league, yes.
So next time we'll talk about that one. But for now, Aimba have to just, find themselves, try to get good results, because, one thing about title contenders is you just have to get good results and you'll be up there and they will consider you as a title contender. So are they going to get the good results? How are they going to keep their players fit? Because time will come now, they'll start traveling for continental games and it's going to be really tough for them. So that's that for Aimba.
Okay, those were the highlights of the games over the weekend with Matchday 9. So let's look at the table and run through that real quickly before we end this one. Rivers United are still on top of the league, 21 points, followed by Remo Stars, 18 points. That's 3 points between the two of them. And Eimba, as bad as they look this season, are third on the table, 17 points, just 1 point behind Remo Stars, which is very, very interesting right there. Plateau United is fourth, and Abba Warriors, like you mentioned, are fifth on the table. They're not doing badly. Tamil Pillars, interestingly, are still at 13th point, even with their win against Rangers in Enugu the other day with the help of Ahmed Musa. Then on the delegation side, Heartland have finally left the delegation zone. We now have Aqua United at the bottom of the table, followed by Ikorodu City and Bayelsa United. They have 6, 8, and 9 points. Lobby Stars just on goal difference escaped the bottom three, same 9 points with Bayelsa United, but with one more better goal difference. Heartland as well is on 9 points, but they have a better goal difference. So that's how the standing on the table is. Victor, do you have any comment to that? Is there any surprise both at the bottom and top of the table for you based on what you have seen so far this season?
Well, I don't know if I'll consider this as a surprise, but Aqua United bottom of the table is really surprising because they're a really big side in the NPFL, and last season they struggled, and they were not 20th last season by this time. Maybe they were around 16th, 17th, 18th last season. They managed to survive relegation, and this season again, still the same spot. I think a lot of Aqua United fans will be disappointed. And there isn't any more time because nobody wants to relegate. Ikorodu City don't want to get relegated. Heartland don't want to relegate because I think they are bought a slot. You don't want to get relegated again at the end of buying another slot. A lot of things. The newly promoted teams that you would expect maybe will struggle. El Kanemi are unbeaten. Nassau United are up there winning games and all that. So everybody is serious, but Aqua United is not serious. I just hope things turn around for them. And then for the top of the table, Rivers United there, it was really a hectic game against El Kanemi Warriors. It was like an El unbeaten Clasico. I don't know what you call that as, because Rivers United unbeaten, El Kanemi Warriors unbeaten. I felt that maybe Rivers United would have won that game, but many people said, oh, it's due to the rain. But it's not due to the rain. I watched that game and both teams have quality. I think many people underrate the fact that El Kanemi are unbeaten. El Kanemi are unbeaten for a reason. They play really good football. And you know what? They were a man down. They were 10 one man down. And El Kanemi still found a way to, boss Rivers United. So for me,
The only problem I have with their unbeaten is because there are a lot of draws in that they are unbeaten.
Yeah.
I think they have about 9 games, they have about 4 draws.
7 draws, actually.
That's why their unbeaten is not interesting.
You know the funny thing, they have about 4 players a lot of players, their main players are actually in the under 20 national team, and they have another players in the Chan Super Eagles B. So, and their coach, the main coach, is coaching the under 20. Yeah. And then it's the assistant coach that is in charge of El Kanemi. Yet they are still able to manage to get that result.
All the distractions, international engagement, and coming back. So they must be doing a good job. Yeah. I wish they can turn some of these draws into wins and 3 points. So you can push them up there. Yeah, Victor, thank you for stopping by again. Our viewers, you've seen it, you've heard it. It's interesting in the NPFL. Games are looking serious. Players are doing teams are doing what they need to do to stay on top of the league, make it interesting. People who are going to the stadiums to watch the games are enjoying what they are seeing. And like we promised, we're going to be bringing some fans on the show sometimes maybe in the next one, we'll have a couple of fans here to come and give us their perspective from a fan's point of view so that you can, feel exactly what is going on in the league. But I can guarantee Nigerian league is no longer what it used to be. We have way better playing tough and stadiums, and security is better. Officiating has gone up. Quality of play as well has gone up. Teams now go away from home and win games comfortably without any fight or any scuffle, and go back home and come again the next week. So yeah, Victor, thank you for all you've been doing. It's not easy going around the stadium here and Isamoah, bringing us and keeping tab with all this. There's so much going on in the world of football. Super Eagles, Falcon. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, Falcons had their second leg friendly against Algeria. Isamoah was there. For those who have not seen that video, go on the channel and check out the report from Isamoah. We'll have the highlights, a very interesting interview to the Algerian coach, the Algerian team manager on that video. So check it out. And please don't forget to like, share, and of course, subscribe to this channel and encourage us in this mission. Victor, thank you. And I'll see you over the weekend when we do the European Games, and we'll come back again on this show next week, Monday. As usual, I'll see you again. Ciao, bro.